Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to do is like an easy Christmas gift if you want it to be a Christmas gift, but just a general sentimental gift if you want to make something for someone but need to either do it on a budget or you just don't really know what to get them. So what I've done is for this particular person that I'm making this DIY present for, I found out her favorite quote and her favorite piece of music. And so what I'm going to do is walk you through how to make what you saw basically in the clip when you clicked on this video, and just basically make a piece of art to give to someone special. So I'm gonna walk you through what you need. It's pretty simple, and then show you the process of making it. So to get started, what you're gonna need is, if you're doing one of them, you're gonna need a picture frame. So I have an A4 picture frame. So I like the one with like the glass peeking out on the outside so that it's even more of a special effect, which you'll see at the end, and I'll show you at the end what I mean by having that special glass around, special glass edging around the picture. So for me, I'm in Australia, so they use A4 paper as a typical paper size, so I have an A4 frame. If you're in like Canada, US, 8x10 is what I would use there, so an 8x10 frame. Then you'll just need a printer, so you can print whatever quote or sheet music. I just Google sheet music and find free sheet music to print. And then we'll get straight into it. So you're gonna, once you have your quote or sheet music and your picture frame, you just need to grab a tea towel to lay your pieces of paper on, and a tea bag, and a glass of lukewarm water, and a lighter. All right, let's get into it. So once they dry, obviously they look like this, and you can see that, you know, it's all yellowed the way I wanted it. I've ripped off the edges, as you saw, of both of these pieces of paper, and I let them dry for like a good couple hours before I started lighting the edges on fire. But yeah, so once you let them dry for a couple of hours, like, and it'll be obvious too once they're dry. Like, these are completely dry pieces of paper. It's super obvious. So once they're dry, you can like just kind of rip off the edges, and obviously it doesn't need to be a straight line. You're just ripping off the smallest edging possible, just so it's easier to have little corners to burn, because when you burn it, you want like little spots like that where it like slightly has like slight burn effects around the edges. And so I just do that all around, or rather I make my husband do it because I'm afraid of lighters. I don't trust it. I'm honestly afraid it will just keep lighting on fire, but my husband assures me that it won't, but you just keep dabbing it to prevent it from turning into bigger flames. He assured me that that does not hurt, but I don't believe him, and I'm afraid that it burns you. So that's why he does. He's very kind and does the burning for me, because I can't handle using a lighter. So once you have a safe person to do the lighting on fire bit for you around the edges, and you saw in the footage just then how easily I did that, I just let these sit here for a little bit longer. They're totally fine. They're not hot or anything like that, but just out of pure paranoia, I'm just letting them sit in the wind here for a little bit longer, just to make sure they're not singeing and about to light on fire. I know, I'm paranoid. It's probably fine. But I'm going to put them into the picture frames now, and then I will show you the final product. Okay, so this is the final product. So you can see what I meant by like a glass edging earlier when I was talking about the kind of frame that I use. So this is the kind, just so I can show you, this is the kind with the glass edging, just so that really emphasizes the edges of the page there, and you can really just, the focus really just becomes on you know, your quote or whatever it is that you've put tea bags on and singed, basically. So I just like it because it keeps the focus on this, because I'll show you in comparison this sheet music where you have it in a normal frame, but it's obviously there's a backing to it, and instead of the double glass backing that this one has, right? So it's glass in front and glass behind it holding there. This one, unless you find one with glass in the front and glass behind it, so there's just a peak of glass coming out, it's just a little bit less of an effect, because it obviously doesn't sit as the other one does. It's less of a statement edging like that one is. So I'm going to go get another one of these and then show you what it looks like when you put your sheet music in that kind of frame. So I'll be right back, and then show you the final two projects. So you can see how much of a difference the right frame makes. So that is gift number 1, and that is gift number 2. So I hope this was helpful. Any questions, feel free to put them down below, but I always like if you can get someone something that's a little bit different, something personal, if at all possible, if you know this kinds of thing. You know, their favorite quote or their favorite, story or their favorite piece of music or something like that. Just something that could, be something that they would genuinely actually want to put on their wall or hang on a shelf or something. So in terms of the cost of something like this, obviously, if you have a printer and access to ink, that's nothing then. Otherwise, if you're printing this at a store, I can't imagine it costs more than 20 cents to print per 8x10 or A4 picture. So you can do this on the cheap. And then the frame itself, I got these from Kmart Australia, and if I recall correctly, I think these frames were either $6 or $8 each, because I think I got mine on sale, so I think that's why I think it's $6, but I think the real price is closer to $8. I'll put it on the screen in case I'm wrong. And so in terms of the cost of the gift itself, like I said, it's not overly pricey. So if you're just doing one of these, then you're looking at about $10 to put this gift together, and a couple hours of your time. And really not a couple of hours. Like once you put this together, you put on a Word document what picture or quote that you want. Then once you print it and put the tea bag on it and press it with the tea bag and lay it dry to flat on a tea towel, you can go away for a couple hours while it dries. Then it takes a couple of seconds to just rip off the edges like I did in the video, and then use a lighter to singe the edges, and then wait a couple minutes before you put it in the frame. and it's easy as that. So really, very quick and easy, but I like how these turned out, and I hope you do too. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, if you like this video, feel free to like the video, and if you want to come back, feel free to subscribe. And thank you, as always, so much for watching. All right, see you next time. Bye.